It's my pleasure to welcome you to the first digital storytelling forum, which I'm very proud to be hosting. So what I wanted to create was a platform where very talented individuals can have their voice heard. So somewhere where they can share their ideas, really showcase their talent, and meet with like-minded individuals.
Video is pretty central to the online experience these days. So at the moment, about 17% of all internet traffic is going through YouTube. And by 2017, Cisco predicts that number is going to be at 69%, so pretty epic.
The big difference between television and YouTube is that you have the analytics, you have that real-time connection, real-time data. You know if someone stopped watching your video after 20 seconds, you know where they come from, you know what source of traffic they used. So use that to really target, to know your audience and to adapt. 18 to 34 is definitely the key demographic. We call them Gen C, connected generation. So about 60% of the views are on mobile right now.
Google understands that the promise and the future of YouTube is not about short, like funny clips. It's about as much about long form as it is about that stuff. Certainly in terms of brand, irrespective of where the source of traffic and action comes from, it's really about upgrading people's perceptions about the validity of YouTube as a platform.
Now, the interesting thing about Maker Studios is that they do only online programming, and already they're much more established, much bigger audiences than a lot of these older guys. So I think for me, what that means is because they're working with YouTube talent, it's not some guy in a suit who is an executive in LA deciding, okay, you're going to be the next star, we're going to put you on primetime TV. It's the audience. And they're voting with their views. They're spending time on these channels and they're deciding what goes and what doesn't. And that's what I mean by democratization of creativity. So I'd like to introduce you to some of this talent.
My name's Ripert. Do you ever feel like being a goat? Me too, let's play. Oh, Jesus Christ, it starts right away, doesn't it? Okay.
So this is a gentleman called PewDiePie. This guy is in fact probably one of the biggest stars on the planet right now. And whether you like it or not, he in fact has almost 25 million subscribers on his YouTube channel. So the reality is that these talent really resonate with the demographic that is spending time on YouTube. They're influential, they captivate their imaginations, and people come back.
Brands and advertisers traditionally have paid a lot to reach audiences, and now that's not necessarily true.
Yo, food tubers! Today we've got a battle of all battles with none other than Mr. Bacon, Kevin Bacon. And of course, today the battle is the Great British Bacon Sandwich.
All right, sounds good.
Jamie Oliver doesn't see his future in television, he sees his future online. He's a smart guy, he'll partner with anyone to get that audience. And then we've got YouTube and Google who want to talk about long-form content. So let's get Jamie's audience in exchange for, bringing Kevin and an idea to the table, and obviously with the support of Google to kind of add some heat to the content. But it answers everybody's desires, but through the synergy, basically we're not paying through the nose for it. So everybody's getting value without putting much in, which is great.
Some of the most successful brands or YouTubers have collaborated with other YouTubers. Do you recognize any of these people? The people on the left are 3 of the top 4 from Fortune magazine in terms of celebrities, and the people on the right are YouTubers. The story is, you wouldn't recognize them, but they have a very loyal fan base. And this is how they got there. So the first thing is inspiration, and that's true for brands also, by the way. Sustainability is another key one. Have you ever seen Dragon Baby? This is a video that he's done that's done really well, about 27 million views. But he only has a couple of these videos on his channel. Why? Because they're very expensive to produce. There's a lot of special effects. It's not something he can replicate on YouTube over and over again. The guy on the right has this really simple concept. He just features really stupid comments he's seen on YouTube, and there's a lot of them. That's not costly. It's something sustainable he can do over and over again. So think about the content that you can do and produce in a sustainable way, whether it's location, equipment, crew. We're not talking about $1 million TV budgets here, just something that you can shoot in 3 days. So these guys, the Fine Brothers, also very successful on YouTube, have this mantra, which is if we can't shoot at least 3 episodes in a day, we move on to the next idea.
The 2 developments that I find really interesting, the first one is biometric testing. What this is a viewer watching a video clip and the software is tracking which emotion he or she is experiencing while they watch. You can actually understand frame by frame what an audience member is feeling as they watch your branded content. The peak coincides with the pretty ladies showing up on the screen, and the drop coincides with the product actually appearing on the screen. So it's a little bit disappointing, I think, for many advertisers, but what this does is it can teach us a lot about the content that we're working with, so it doesn't have to be a guesswork game anymore.
I'd like to welcome Jon Burkhart, who is our co-chair this evening.
So we've got Karen Millen has this new brief, David, and they want to reach Generation C. We do proper films, not these vlog things where it's a person in a bedroom. Like, how are you going to help her think like a publisher and maximize and build her platform?
I'd say get over it. And you have to realize that that young generation that's connected, they don't watch TV anymore, so that's all they watch. So for them, that is premium content. That's the core entertainment for them is watching content on YouTube.
It's exciting to to be able to have so many interesting people in the audience, and again, I wanted to thank you all for being here. Yeah, hope to see you at the next one. So
Thank you to
very
Maria.
much.
Thank you to Maria for having us.
I absolutely loved it. I thought it was fantastic. The crowd was excellent. There were really some good people, great networking. But the speakers were also fantastic.
I think the main tips that I've kind of picked up today that I was going to take away with me would be the importance of the whole blogosphere. I work daily on a regular basis with about 3,000 bloggers, but that's more about editorial content for brands and product placement and advertorials. But just looking kind of at the numbers and the importance of the whole blogging phenomenon, we will definitely be kind of pitching that to more of our clients quite soon, I think, probably tomorrow.
Very interesting. So I really enjoyed hearing the different speakers talk about their different perspectives on video, and also it's very interesting to us at ArtStack about how we can create interesting video content and a strategy around that that might appeal to more people.
I thought the event today was really, really, really great. The speakers were super well curated. I was actually supposed to go, but I stayed because it was a really interesting talk. And the thing that was most interesting was that, or most compelling, was that I basically felt like there was a community of people out there who were thinking about the same things that I'm thinking about all day long, every day when I'm making content.